All right, I'm going to talk about something that was recently asked about in the comment section, and I recently, as a matter of fact, I think it was yesterday or the day before, had an experience with a customer dealing with this, and that is items being haunted, furniture, all the old stuff that we get out of these units. We get tons and tons of antiques. We get a lot of stuff that the people we know have died, because we find out that they've died. The facility tells us the people have died. We find the actual ashes of the people in the unit. So many times I've gone through people's stuff and find their ashes as I'm going through the stuff. I do return those to the facility, but the ashes are sitting over here, you know, in a box as I'm going through the stuff. So people ask, has anything weird ever happened? To me, no. As of yet, I've never had any kind of weird experience. Dealt with so much old stuff, old furniture, you name it. Like I said, ashes. I take stuff home. I've got a lot of stuff in my house over the years that has come and gone that was from, you know, really old stuff, and some of it was from people that I know for a fact had passed away. And a lot of the stuff, I have no idea what the entire story is. Some of it's really, really old stuff that, you know, there's no telling what the story is on it. A couple days ago, over here, this little area here, we've got some project furniture, and we actually had the piece that matched this right here. We had them priced separately. It was the vanity. It was sitting right there. The mirror was behind it. The mirror was not attached. It was just leaning against the wall there. People wanted to buy the item. It was a husband and wife, older couple, and she did not want to take the mirror. She said she was from New Orleans, and she just did not want to take the mirror. At first I didn't know what I thought it was just because it was heavy or whatever, and then figured out that it's because she was scared of the mirror, thought it might be haunted. The husband though ended up being like, you know, I'm not, you know, it doesn't bother me, I don't believe in that, we'll take the mirror, because it was part of the piece of furniture. So, you know, it kind of got me thinking. And then I had the comment recently. I haven't ever had an experience. I do have one story of a customer though. A customer that they were pretty regular customers, bought a lot of stuff from us, and pretty normal seeming people, older couple. They don't come in very much. If you're watching this and you know, you told me this story, it's been like probably 2 years ago. Not trying to make fun of you at all. I'm just relaying the story. It's an interesting story. Came in one day and he's like, you know that mirror that you sold, you know, a while back, a month or two ago? It was an older mirror. I really wasn't exactly sure what he was talking about, because we sell so much stuff, and a lot of times you get a lot of old mirrors, and you know, wasn't really sure. But he's like, yeah, I bought this mirror from you, and we put it down in our basement. We hung it up on the wall above like a little table, like a little accent table. He said they just kind of had a weird feeling, a bad vibe about this mirror. So he's coming up the stairs, he says, like up the stairs out of the basement or the downstairs area. The mirror is in that room, and he says he hears kind of like a growl from the area of the mirror. He stopped and kind of looked over that way, and then, you know, wasn't sure if he was hearing things, whatever, but it still creeped him out or whatever. So he called his daughter. His daughter deals with antiques. She's actually down in Louisiana. He's told me about his daughter before. She's an antique dealer. Called her and told her what's going on, and she told him that she had dealt with a lot of haunted items, and, you know, told him what to do, and told him that sometimes they ended up just having to get rid of the items. But anyway, so what he did, he went and got some holy water from church. He was a Catholic. He got some holy water and did something with the piece. I'm not exactly sure. He said they ended up hanging a crucifix up over the mirror or around the mirror, somewhere right in that area. They come back later that day or the next day. I don't remember exactly the story as far as when it was, but he came back later on, and the crucifix was laying on the ground broken. So at that point, you know, he's like, I can't have this thing in the house anymore. So they ended up destroying it and getting rid of it. They didn't want to give it to somebody else because they were afraid that they would deal with stuff also. So they destroyed it and got rid of it. And then, you know, as he's telling me the story, when he's getting close to the end there, he had kind of been, it was just him. His wife was out looking in the store here. He was kind of being real quiet. His wife was kind of heading that way, and he was like, he had to finish it real quick because he's like, she doesn't want me telling anyone, because I guess she was scared that people were going to think that he was crazy. So he's like, don't say anything to her. I wasn't supposed to tell anyone about this. But anyway, but I'm not saying that this story, like I said, to make fun of him or to say that he was crazy or anything. He's a very nice guy, perfectly normal guy. I don't know exactly all the details of the story. Is there anybody else in the house that might have knocked it over? You know, I don't know all that. All I know is people definitely do have stories. I've just never had anything happen. And I've bought a lot of stuff. As you can see right now, we're getting ready for auction. We've got all this old glass, all this old Depression glass and Carnival glass, but we get this stuff all the time, anything and everything. People's old pictures, like really old pictures, like 1800s, Bibles and books from the 1800s, people's ashes, pets' ashes, you name it, anything and everything. We get, you know, we find all their old paperwork, their college degrees, their old social security cards, their old jewelry, like christening blankets and outfits. I mean, you name it. Pendants, you know, lockets with their pictures in it, old statues, old chest, blankets, clothes, all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that it's impossible that stuff is haunted, but I've never had a single thing up until this point. And I was kind of worried when I was thinking about making this video that I would be making it, and as I'm making it, like something would crash, you know, during filming of it, and that would freak me out. But anyways, so I've never had anything happen. So that's the answer that people have asked me, and no, I've never had any weird experience. I've never had a weird vibe around anything. I've never felt like something was evil or anything like that. And my personal belief, I'll go ahead and tell you my personal belief, is that I don't believe that stuff is haunted. Other people might be like, yes, it definitely is, whatever. I don't think that ghosts are haunting items or whatever the case is. I just don't believe that. I believe that there is evil. I believe that there's angels and demons. I believe, you know, I mean, I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus. I believe in the Bible. But nowhere in the Bible does it talk about ghost in the sense that a lot of people think about ghosts. Yeah, there's the Holy Ghost and different stuff like that, but it says that when people die, you know, you go to heaven, you go to hell. It doesn't say people are called in between. People get stuck in buildings, get stuck in houses, get stuck in mirrors, anything like that. So I don't believe it. I've never experienced it to this point. If I experience it, maybe I'll change my mind slightly on that. But there's nowhere that I know of clearly in the Bible that it talks about ghosts, you know, being stuck here on earth like that. That's just my belief. You may have another belief. I'm not saying you're wrong for your belief. I'm not saying you're crazy. That's what I believe. That's my experience. That's this video. Just wanted to give a quick little, you know, video about that because people do ask about that. Anyways, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you haven't already subscribed to the channel to weird videos like this one and everything to do with storage auctions and the resale business. Thanks for watching.